It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate. But these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. D. Eskridge to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
That's caught, Devon Achane. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Has a man, it's Achane. He's contained at the line for no gain. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Backed up now after the penalty, it's third down. 2-0 from the gun. Finds his man, Waddle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And you also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
They'll throw. First play with Nix. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now it's second down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix finds a man. Adam Trautman has it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 15.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's a bootleg for him. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Broncos looking at a punt on 4th down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins will have themselves a short field to begin the drive. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Taken in by Smith. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Tight end in motion left. First down, here's Tua. Has it down close. And in for the Miami touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. From the 40 on 2nd down. That finds Vele complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Nix with it on 1st. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. And the defender comes away with it. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Dolphin offense taking over late in this half. And up 7-zip, we're probably not going to see anything too reckless here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They bring Berrios in motion. Tagovailoa on first down. This finds Smith. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second and 3 now. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. So no return on that punt. And they'll only have time for one play before halftime. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. That brings us to the break. The visiting Dolphins holding an early advantage. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. First down, ball at the 36. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground with Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Nick's now to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Nick's off the play action. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Complete to Mims. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Now Nick's on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punting unit out now. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Dolphins will have some work to do as they take over. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Third and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Here's Nix. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Give to Williams from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Nix. He's got a man left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
Desperation time here on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's A-Chain running right. And he's up across the 45 on a small gain. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third down run from Achane. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Dolphins feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. That finds Vele complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. setting up to pass. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. He'll look to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it, and he slides down with enough to pick up that first. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Nix. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. They'll throw again, Nix. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. So that brings up 4th and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The Miami offense headed out there now. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. Dolphins breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And a lackluster day offensively, thankfully overshadowed by a top-notch defensive effort to get the win in a shutout. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Dolphins, your winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.